My life has been an endless struggle of trying to fit into society's molds. From trying to be the perfect daughter slash sister slash girlfriend slash wife slash mother to trying to be the ideal worker at my career so that I will succeed in life and then ultimately retire on this big beautiful island that I called heaven on earth, which wouldn't matter if I could never get there because I would be too busy working 9-hour shifts every day just so I could have that now non-existent dream of retiring on an island on some place that only exists in my imagination. I can't wait for the end of the world. It'll be so nice to not have to be here anymore. Will Vtuber survive the zombie apocalypse? I don't really think zombies could survive in a world with Vtuber. I think he would probably eat them. One day I was walking through the forest when I came upon a strange sight, a man with no hair lying face down on the ground. It looked like he had been attacked by something large that dragged him this way. I could see marks in the dirt where it had been dragging him along the ground by its claws. I approached slowly and carefully so as not to startle anything that might be hiding nearby when I heard a voice call out from behind me. "Hello?" it said. It startled me so much that I nearly jumped out of my skin. "Oh lordy me," cried the man as he sat up quickly. He had apparently just woken up from being knocked unconscious. "Where am I?" he asked, looking around at us both nervously. What does L.E.T.H.I.M.M.C.O.K stand for? Leathercook. Lethencock, what does that even mean? Lethencock, KEKW.
I never had to pore through documentation
I see that this is a nice and pretty place with trees and water in the background.
to find the exact specific magical incantation that I needed.
That's awesome.
Also,
my turn. It would be really cool if you could do a video about OpenAI's DALL-E and GPT systems in general and how they relate to text generation, for example text generation. I feel like understanding these systems better would be key to making more awesome neural nets in the future. Also, it'd be interesting if you could somehow generate entire videos, possibly without even knowing.
my coding skills are years out of date. That's one of the reasons I don't make computer science videos anymore. The last time I learned a new thing in code was probably 2015. My old skills were good enough.
Aw, that's cute.
Holy!
This crab is making hundreds of little
Haha,
tiny
that little
sand
guy
balls.
is
Some
so
crabs will
cute.
shove sand in their mouth, eat their micronutrients, and then spit out perfect little sand balls.
Turning my yard into a golf course. They're chopping down all the really tall grass from these
Oh,
little
why
sections
is the
here.
dog over
and they've
there
been getting
so
along really
upset
well
about
with
the grass?
baby too, who's just been laying
Face
here.
with tears
Whoa,
of joy,
look at those
loudly
poops.
crying
Someone's
face,
been eating
OMG.
real
That poor
healthy,
dog,
huh,
loudly
the baby?
crying face, loudly
Oh,
crying
look how
face,
precious
OMG.
this
The
little
dog
man
was
is.
so
I
sad,
really
crying
love
face,
this
aw,
creature.
OMG.
Don't do this
LOL.
at
The
home.
dog is
I
now
love
just
him
staring
whenever
off
he's
into
not
space,
grabbing my
face with
face
tears
with
of
his
joy,
big old
LMO,
nasty
OMG,
claws.
LOL, LMAO,
Okay, nice to meet you, baby.
LMFAO,
Gorge
rolling on the floor
moment. Or is
laughing,
nice
rolling
to
on the
have
floor
Tank
laughing,
back
rolling
doing
on the
the
floor
farm
laughing,
chores
rolling
again.
on the
Got a
floor
little
laughing,
feather
clapping
hanging out
hands
here.
like
Mind
skin
if I pluck it?
tone.
Thank you. Here you go, Tank, a little quill. Bring that back to your
Thank
home.
you for the
We'll
rated
poop on it,
Kumi.
though. Come on, Homelander, let me take a look.
I think this bird is actually not doing very well at all.
Look at that thigh. Oh! Come on, Homelander, let us take a look. Would you let us take a look at
I
that?
don't
Ooh, pooped a
understand
little
the
bit there. Let's
context
take a look
here.
at that undercarriage. Please, Homelander, let me take a little look at that undercarriage. Please. I can't believe this man's legs made a full recovery from what they used to look like when he was a baby. They used to both be pointing completely opposite directions, and now they're both straight as an arrow. And he's bigger and stronger than me. And this little fella used to be half blind. You remember
That
that
has to be
guy?
fake,
Chestnut
right?
can't really lift her neck
How
a
could
little
they
higher than
possibly
that.
know?
It's okay, because we love
I
her.
guess
She's
it's
precious.
possible,
But she
but
actually
I
can't
still
lift
don't
her
like
neck
it
any
because
higher
it's so
than that. And to
cruel.
all you new people, Kevin was attacking every other animal on his ranch, so we took him in. And he still attacks every animal on the ranch, just not these ones that he gave birth to. And Karen is still my perfect little girl. Again. Oh, excuse me. Just put this egg in the incubator. And I got some big news for you guys. And DaBaby did in fact finally get DaBaby here, a little girlfriend, so he stops attacking me, doing all this nasty stuff here. DaBaby, how forward? No, how about you stop being forward with me, DaBaby? And how about instead of doing all that, you come on over here and meet your new wife. Look how precious this little baby boy is, though. And what I found out,
wow,
from
that
going
is
to this
so
macropod
sweet, baby.
convention, I even met a nice rehabber from Australia that works with all these kangaroos and macropods. But as it turns out, doing this with them is potentially dangerous. Even for a 6'2", 210-pound
That is a very
man
fat
like
horse.
me. Just kidding.
Wow.
For a nice little small person, it could be dangerous for DaBaby to grab him and then start kicking him like this. Even someone that's my height, but pretty skinny and thin and not very strong, wouldn't really be able to push DaBaby back and fight him like this. And that's why old Uncle Ben's been lifting every day for the last, actually been about a year now from this date that I really started taking lifting seriously. And that was so I could beat DaBaby and train him in hand-to-hand combat for when he needs to fight Jake Paul. Oh, I'm starting to bleed here. Oh, I'm sorry, DaBaby. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you scared of me now? Scared of me, DaBaby? I'm in charge.
Oh, I'm not afraid of him at all, ha 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 ha.
In charge. Anyways, you guys, we have another little baby boy in here for DaBaby.
What are those pigs
She's
up to?
precious and adorable, and her name is
She's so cute.
Okay, I don't have a name for her yet, but she is precious. You can see these female roos don't get nearly as big as the males do. Now, I don't really want DaBaby to meet her just yet because she's only been here a few days. She still shares this fence line with DaBaby and all the cappies, and she's not alone in here. But because she's been here for a few days, I'm actually going to let them meet each other right now. Get on in there, son. Don't be shy. But as you can see, DaBaby is significantly bigger than her. She's probably about a year and a half to almost 2 years old now. Even though she's much smaller, she's about the same age as DaBaby. Look at all these cappies trying to get in here to eat her food. These boys really love the kangaroo food. Uh-oh, Gort has breached containment. This is also Gort meeting DaBaby's girlfriend for the first time. Oh, and Quandale's in here now too.
Oh
Come
no,
on,
face
DaBaby.
with
Go ahead
tears
and
of
meet your
joy,
wife
face
for the
with
first
tears
time.
of joy,
You
face
cringe,
with tears of
adorable
joy,
little
that
lamb.
poor dog.
Wow, this is their first contact, you guys. They kissed. That was their first contact ever.
That looks like
He
the
says,
biggest
"Thank
cow
you,
I've ever
Papa,"
seen.
even though I tore up your arm earlier. Oh, wow, that's actually really bad. Yeah, don't do this at home, you guys. But you see what I mean? If someone was much smaller, that would have been significantly worse.
Is this the same foot that was in the thumbnail?
Nothing. Oh my gosh, I
don't understand what's going on in this video.
Look at them, you guys. They're friends. And she doesn't seem to mind the clappies at all. Come on, get back outside, boys. Gord, get your big butt in there. But tell me this.
When I was little, my dad always took me to the zoo on weekends to stare at the animals for hours on end while he drank beer with his friends from high school that I never liked anyway, even though they'd always been really nice to me except for that one time when one of them fell down drunk and tried to kiss me, but it was gross because he was smelly and he had bad breath, and even though I was only 8 years old, at the time I could tell he was too old for me to be kissing anyways, but my dad thought it was funny, and that's why I hate him sometimes.